Well, hello there. If you have never seen Mighty Morphin Power Rangers growing up as a kid, then I'll probably do nothing about it. But it does mean your childhood was lame and there's no debate about it. And no, I'm not talking about this one or this one.
We're not talking about this or this. We're talking about this.
I mean this one, the OG that started it all. Don't get me wrong though, the new remake was actually surprisingly good, but nostalgia is the emotional equivalent of stepping on a Lego. And I've been stepping on it. Almost every day. I'll give my thoughts as the movie progresses, and you'll never be able to guess which Power Ranger is my favorite. And spoiler alert, it's not the white one, or the pink one.
Centuries ago, a legendary...
I'm 100% certain that nobody has ever sat and paid attention to this. Just get to the fighting already. I honestly never realized that these were very big adults that were just acting as teenagers. And even better, they're skydiving teenagers.
That's a lot of air!
Why, yes. Yes, it is. Oh my gosh, that's a lot of water! Yeah, because we're on a boat. They forgot to put on their parachutes, by the way. That would have been messy. And a different type of movie. Alright, these are some insanely cool shots. But honestly, did Tommy really have to rock a snowboard? That's just next level showing off.
Alright guys, let's break!
Now, I'm not an expert, but I do believe nobody would have been able to hear him. Alright guys, let's break! What? Hold your parachute! What? Okay, so it's pretty obvious that as a kid I would have never paid attention to the story, but I'm now learning that they did the skydiving to save Angel Grove Observatory in the spirit of Ryan's comet showing up in a few days. Wow, these guys are some serious adrenaline junkies. But then again, if I was a ranger with all these powers, I probably would have tried everything and showed off as well, so... Okay, so wait a minute. Bulk and Skull jumped. These guys had time to go change and get their gear before they landed. Anyways, the same side they landed on, the workers dug up this cool sewage cover thingy-majiggy. So naturally they remove it to see what's inside. But seriously though, if I ever come across something as ominous as that, I would actually be very, very far. Like, close enough to see, but far enough so I can run away. And then this weird hand thing shows up.
Oh, hell no!
No, please. No.
What do you think it is?
If something like this ever happened in real life, it could be an ancient egg of old times, a dinosaur egg, which is completely unrelated, or an alien egg. Either way, no. But they decide to interfere with it anyway, and bro gets blasted. You'd think that that would be a big warning for them to just not touch it. Look at the adult teens now. Alpha summons them because they detected a massive surge of evil energy. Then Zordon gives them some exposition about this being called Ivan Ooze who was building 2 evil machines capable of enslaving the entire universe. Now keep that in mind because I'll get back to that.
His ectomorphicons were buried near the chamber. If Ivan escapes, he's sure to find them.
I have no idea what she said, but maybe burying it right next to him is like the dumbest idea ever. Like maybe bury it on the other side of the world, or as we can see later that you can actually go to different planets, or maybe even destroy it. That night, these evil guys show up. It's funny how I never learned their names and I grew up watching Power Rangers. That's so crazy. And they open the egg. No. Anyways, Ivan Ooze is back and they request Ivan to take down Zordon. Well, he's more than happy to do it because it seems like Zordon is the one directly responsible for him being trapped in the first place.
Smells like teenagers.
Alien or not, you're an adult, so that doesn't sound right. The Rangers finally show up and Ivan starts off by trolling them.
Yeah, we're the Power Rangers.
Woo! Where's my autograph book?
Ivan might be my favorite in this, to be honest. I never realized he was so quippy and sassy. Anyways, he doesn't feel the need to deal with them, so he sends out his own kids. His words, not mine. So now they fight, but they get their butts handed to them. So now...
Let's do it, guys!
It's Morphin time.
I mean, they could have done that the whole time. They take so long to morph that when they're finally finished, the goons disappear.
It's Morphin time! Oh, it could be a trap. Right, let's go.
Careful, it could be a trap. How are you doing that? Doing what? Meanwhile, Ivan sneaks into the command center and starts to cry about missing all the evil things that happened in history he missed while destroying everything. Because cry about it.
The Brady Bunch reunion.
Who the hell is the Brady Bunch?
Activating power beam.
I feel like a phone light would have been more effective. Anyways, they finally show up from hiding and now it's time to fight. Again. This scene was one of the coolest scenes in the whole movie. But now it just looks funny. This guy out here defying the laws of physics. And just when they're done beating the goons, they lose their powers. Uh-oh, we're in trouble. So they decide to head back on foot. I have so many questions now. Has the power plant base been closed this whole time? When they're transporting in their color laser thing, do they see where they're going? How would they know the exact directions to the location? Plus it's on a rocky hill. Like, do they climb up or is there like a walkway? Anyways, they come across a dying humanoid Zordon, which was pretty off-putting when I was a kid.
Power Rangers are no more. Ivan Ooze has won.
And is quick to admit defeat. I guess that's why he left them alive.
You must be strong.
After a pep talk like that, yeah, real strength building words you use there. Alpha goes on to tell them that there's a power on a distant planet that may be able to save Zordon, but it's basically a one-way trip to the afterlife.
We may not have our powers, but we're still the Power Rangers.
Are you sure? I feel like that's where the power in Power Rangers comes from, so now you're just Rangers. And even then, that's a stretch.
Remember, Rangers, Zordon doesn't have much time.
The power source may or may not be there, and you probably won't even survive. But remember, Zordon doesn't have enough time, so don't go scratching your bum. Get back here immediately, but no pressure, you got this. Thanks? So Alpha teleports them with the final juice the system has, but she can't bring them back.
Hi, honey. I'm home.
Oh, hi, home. Ivan says they're in need of some new management and appoints himself leader of the bunch. So naturally, this guy with the Z on his trident ain't having it.
Stop it, it tickles.
And Ivan is just having a good old time, and I love it so much. But Ivan makes quick work of them, so...
Good distance. Yeah.
I assume these crew guys are stronger than the last bunch, because then it would just be a pointless mission. The gang finally lands and they're met with more motivation. Meanwhile with Ivan, he wants some workers to start his plot with his digging and his machines and...
You forget, I'm a master of disguise.
How could I forget? I never knew.
Tommy tries comforting Kimberly but get PP blocked by the crews.
Hang on, Kimberly!
I think the point is to not hang on. This guy. They get overwhelmed because they're just regular teenagers now. No surprise there.
Let me go, Big Bird!
That's colorist. Big Bird is yellow. Come on. I am so sorry. I've been having a hard time paying attention to what was going on, and I'm not sure why. Also, completely unrelated, I know that there's been a lot of hype behind Kimberly, like being everyone's first time crush and favorite and whatever, but like to me, she's just overrated. I like my girls a little more feisty. Anyways, something about Go Home and something about Zordon and something about Ivan Ooze.
Follow me.
I'll follow you anywhere. What? Back at Ivan disguising himself as a human to sell ooze to kids. Oh, my bad. He's not selling them. He's just giving it away for free. What happened to not talking to strangers? He carries them by this temple and points to the tall rock thingy because that's where they need to go. Back on Earth, the parents finally touch the ooze and now they're brain-dead zombies. This movie has some very jumpy editing, if I'm being honest.
Buried deep within each of us is an animal spirit waiting to be released.
Is yours a tiger? Because sweet baby Jesus. Anyways, they turn into ninjas or something. Aisha is now a bear. Rocky is an ape. Billy is the wolf. Karen? What? Kimberly is the crane. Adam is friggin' salty because he's a frog. Whoa! Wrong Adam! And Tommy is a falcon. Right, so no better time to bring up that my favorite ranger was actually the Black Ranger, and it was pretty helpful that his name was also Adam, but now I'm feeling a sense of betrayal.
I would begin to age as rapidly as Zordon is now.
Wait, so she's a gilf? Or a gilf?
May your animal spirits watch over you.
No, don't go! Meanwhile on Earth, Ivan is making some major progress with his machine things. Back with the teens, and now they're ambushed by these dinosaur bone things. Why does Tommy get to do all the cool stuff though? Meanwhile, everyone is just standing doing nothing. Good job, team. He literally just pulls one bone and the entire thing crumbles. So that was anticlimactic too. Back on Earth, Ivan is finished with his machine things and tells the adults to head back to the construction site and leap to their doom. Then he fills them up with ooze to give them life. That ooze is mighty convenient. Wow, that CGI is actually hurting my eyes. Frick. The gang finally reaches the entrance and the 4 statues come to life to rock their world. So now it's time to fight them.
These things are made of rock.
Wow, his name is definitely Adam. Anyways, they struggle a bit but manage to defeat them. Then this pyramid-shaped thing rolls out with all their sacred animals and possesses them, I guess. Now they're Power Rangers again. Dear God, look at that reflection. They didn't even try. Or even worse, they did. The Rangers get back to Earth and meet with the 2 cyber weirdness, so it's time to summon their new Zords that come from the sky and can fly. So Tommy tries missiling the Scorpion one and he just one-shots him, so he just has to disappear. Kinda reminds me of that one scene with Optimus Prime in the 3rd Transformers movie. CGI has come a very long way. Never thought I'd miss it.
Ah, here comes that cute little pink ranger to the rescue.
Oh, you think she's cute too?
I'm uncomfortable. Anyways, they managed to destroy the Scorpion. Remember, these 2 things are supposed to be like world enders or universe enders. And it just took a few missiles to destroy one of them. It's 6v1 and Ivan is pissed. So he merges with the other one and now he's bigger and badder. Definitely not what my girlfriend said. So naturally it's time for the Ninja Megazord. Mecha Ivan broke the railing system, so Tommy has to stay back because somehow he knows there's a bunch of kids passing in it. Meanwhile, the gang is getting wrecked. Absolutely wrecked. So Tommy comes to finalize the Zord. It's actually very funny to me how the whole gang is just basically useless without Tommy. Like, this man is just hard carrying the whole team on his back. They fly away to avoid more damage in the city and Ivan follows. Blue Ranger suggests they lure him to Ryan's Comet, that we established earlier in the movie, and let it deal with him.
Have you hugged your Zords today?
I have no idea what he said, but that was very creepy.
What are you doing? Taking care of business.
And they nut shot him into the comet and he explodes. That was kind of anticlimactic. Oh, by the way, there was this side plot where the kids were trying to stop their parents from jumping into their deaths, their dooms. But as Ivan is no more, the spell is broken now. So hooray! They did almost nothing and the movie would have progressed exactly the same. But wait, folks, let's not forget about Zordon. They're too late. Zordon is gone. So Tommy reminds them that with great power comes great responsibility. Oh wait, wrong movie. With great power, all things are possible. So they assume Kumbaya positions and start to pray. Then this magic dust shows up and repairs the entire place and breathes life back into Zordon. Wow. Boom pow, fireworks, they thank the Rangers, and that's the movie. It was a lot worse than I remembered, but better than I expected. Does that make sense? Not bad though, nostalgia is taking me over, but at least it's fun. The dialogue in the entire movie was echoing deep into like the chambers of my memory. And I think that's because I watched this movie so many times that I just remember it word for word. So that was a surreal experience. But yeah, I don't really have anything more to add. Thanks for watching. Peace!